guys, welcome to today's video. I hope you're all really well, and welcome back. Welcome, you are new here to my YouTube channel. It feels like I haven't been on here in the longest time, like it probably hasn't even been that long. But last time I filmed I was pregnant. Now I'm not pregnant anymore, which is so surreal. He's fine, by the way, he's here. But yeah, it just feels so weird to be like back talking to you and not being pregnant. It's just so weird. Honestly, pregnancy and post-pregnancy, like hormones, and they just mess with your mind, guys. Like they just mess with it all. So welcome if you are new here. Just to give you a little bit of background, I have a 2-year-old, well 2-year, 7-month-old named Tommy, and I also have a new baby boy whose name I won't announce yet because we haven't actually officially announced it, but we have decided on it. And he's currently 3 weeks old. So whilst my toddler is at nursery and my husband has the baby, I thought I would come up and film a couple of videos for you. As you can see from today's title, it is my top 10 labour and postpartum like essentials, which I thought would be really handy for anyone that's stocking up or getting ready for labour and the postpartum time. I'm actually genuinely quite sad that, like, I mean, I know I'm technically still postpartum, but it's kind of coming to an end, like TMI on my channel, but we all know that's what we're here for. You know, I'm not bleeding anymore, my boobs aren't leaking anymore that much. They are a little bit, but yeah, it's just kind of going back to like normal life in my body, which is just so weird because I'm so used to being like pregnant. But yeah, just welcome back to my channel. It's just so weird, like actually, like even looking down, I'm like, I'm not holding my belly, because I used to do that in all my videos. I used to like sit here and be like, oh, but he's not in there anymore. He's downstairs. But from my channel you can expect all things pregnancy, maybe not so much anymore, but like newborn life, toddlerhood, motherhood, day in the lives, hauls, reviews, first impressions. So if you are new to my channel, some of the stuff that you will see coming soon, you'll obviously see this video. My birth story is going to be coming. I'm going to do a review of like my double pram. Yeah, I'm just going to do sort of whatever comes naturally now, really. A lot of my previous videos have been like very planned videos, whereas now I want to do more like raw day-to-day life, which I will be able to do once Adam goes back to work and sort of normal life resumes, because we're all in like the let's go and do things as a family and let's just do loads whilst we've got the time together at the moment. So yeah, I hope you can forgive that I haven't sort of jumped back on here in the first few weeks of newborn life, because we've just been enjoying like family life and just enjoying the time off together. So bear with me, the content will be coming, but you know, I've taken 3 weeks off since he's been born, and you know, I've kind of missed being like here talking to you. You probably not missed me at all, which is so embarrassing. But I just thought, let's come back, let's film a couple of videos and get them edited and get them up on my channel as soon as I can, and just be back. I would probably just want to say, usually I post twice a week, on Wednesdays and Sundays. I'm probably more than likely now going to only post a video once a week, whilst I kind of find a life groove, if that makes sense. If I have more content, then I will up it again, but I don't want to put too much pressure on myself. So I'm going to, yeah, probably only post one video a week. But if you want to pick what day, I will well, I'm gonna pop it on my Instagram anyway, but let me know in the comments if you'd rather uploads be on Wednesday or a Sunday, and I will just go with the majority and do what you guys want. So let's stop waffling because it's been 5 minutes and it just turns out pregnancy just doesn't make you waffle, it's just me. And let's get into today's video. So like I said, this is my top 10 labour / postpartum essentials. So I've got some of them here and some of them I don't have, but obviously they're very self-explanatory. But these are the things I couldn't really have done like labour without. And obviously this video will go up first and then it will be my birth story coming after, so you will see pictures of me with these items and using said items, so you'll know that these definitely did come in handy. But anyways, I'm still waffling. So number one is, I mean, everyone tells you to get one of these for your hospital bag, but Handheld Fan, honestly, lifesaver. Not even just for cooling me down, it just gave me something to focus on when my contractions were getting really bad. So I was sick quite a lot. So I kind of had my sick bowl, I was like leaning over the bed, the sick bowl was in front of me, and then I had like this sort of next to it just blowing in my face. So it just gave me something to focus on. Like I said, it did cool me down when I was getting hot, but yeah, it was just so good. And it'll be great for hopefully the nice weather we hopefully will get at some point. So not too hot because, you know, hay fever. But yeah, it does have like 3 speeds. Oh, it needs charging. And it just switches off, and it comes with a USB charger, so super handy. But yeah, and I had this as well because we got kept in for a few days after, so I did also use this when I was really hot. The ward was so hot. So I'd stand this like on the like table, and like when I was like feeding him and stuff, I wouldn't have it on him, but I'd have it like on me, and I'd have it all set up because I was just so hot. So yeah, this was about £11 on Amazon. I have linked everything down below for you. But yeah, 100% you've got to get one of these. People aren't lying when they say about these. Next up, Lucozade. So I had like the fizzy Lucozade. I know everyone else tells you to get like the juice Lucozade. I had 2 bottles of the fizzy Lucozade, and I probably couldn't have given birth without it, to be honest, because I couldn't eat anything because I was in so much pain. And when I did eat something, I just threw it straight back up, apart from the Lucozade. I did throw up some of the Lucozade because it actually just came up as is. But I had 2 bottles of Lucozade and it just really kept my energy up, and sort of I didn't feel like hungry or anything. So I definitely recommend any kind of Lucozade. It really did help me. I didn't really believe the hype, and yeah, turns out the hype is real. Get Lucozade. Number 3 is like crop tops or like crop bras. I'm not going to show you mine because I've literally got it on right now. But just like the pack 3 from Primark. I think they're about £11. I had some of those in my bag and they were just great to have on, you know, whilst everything else is hanging out. I kept my boobs covered. And I had one on, but they're just so comfy as well. Like, you don't want to feel constricted when you're obviously giving birth, and yeah, they are just so comfy. I'm still wearing them now. So I definitely recommend those, especially as well when your milk comes in after. Like, you don't want to feel like all weighed down and tied down. So definitely get a pack, even just 1 pack, just get the pack of 3, whack them in your hospital bag, you won't regret it. Number 4, I've got here, cup with a straw. I have a cold cup. This my mum actually bought for me a while ago, not just for labour. but I think she bought it for me for Christmas actually, yeah. And this is a cold cup from the label lady, and it keeps your drinks cold, so that was really, really handy for me because I love a cold drink, and in labour that's what I really, really needed. But yeah, definitely a cold cup with a straw, because you don't want to be fiddling about with like undoing bottles and stuff. It just came in really handy when I needed a drink. They could just give it to me, and easily enough I could just sip it, and they just filled it up for me whenever I needed it, so that was really, really good too. Number 5, pads and lots more pads. I brought 6 packs, not in my hospital bag, but I brought 6 packs. It wasn't enough. I've had to buy more. So guys, just buy like 10 packs. Just go to Boots and buy the shelf, for God's sake. And by pads I do mean both sets. So the maternity pads, which I just get the like £1.30 pack from Boots. So attractive, aren't they? And then breast pads, again these are just the Boots own ones. They are the disposable ones, they're not the reusable ones or anything. The disposable ones just work best for me. So yeah, again Boots own. And one thing I can recommend, I mean I'm not saying this is definitely an essential, but I made myself like a little postpartum caddy, and this has been a lifesaver. So on the back of the essentials needing to be pads, make a little pad caddy for yourself, because honestly your future self will thank your past self, and I definitely did. So in here I just put my maternity pads at the bottom, breast pads at the top. I put some nappy sacks there to get rid of the used pads, obviously because they don't come with anything to dispose of them with, so I just popped some nappy sacks in there. And I also popped my Spritz for Bits in there. Oh, so good, so good. Get this. I haven't actually put it on the list, but it is essential. Get it. And I pop like my nipple balm in there, and I popped the bottle in there. We'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, I just pop anything I sort of needed in here, and I just took it around the house with me. So if I knew we'd be downstairs for most of the day, like I'd have it in the downstairs toilet, and then at night time I'd have it in the ensuite so that it was easily accessible in the night time when I needed it. And like for the times I got taken, we went back into hospital because baby boy had an eye infection, and I didn't have like basically much with me. I had enough to get me through a night in his changing bag, but that was it. And it was just easy to say to Adam, like, go to this and just take stuff out of it. So it was really easy for that as well. So yeah, honestly 100% just make yourself, you're so busy making nappy caddies and baby caddies, make yourself a caddy, for God's sake. Like honestly, do it. Number 6 is nipple balm or cream. I've just got the Boots own version of like the lanolin cream, because my nipples were really sore from like pumping and stuff. So yeah, I just popped this on, and it just really, really soothed it. And you can actually use this as lip balm as well, so that's what I'm using it as now. But yeah, it's just the Boots own version. It does exactly the same, and you get more for your money. So I think this was about £7.99, whereas the, is it Lansoa or Lanisoa? Oh, I don't know what it is. For the same price is literally about this big, so I got that one. And again, I just pop it in the postpartum caddy in there. Number 7 I don't have any more of, but actually were the best, one of the best things I ever bought. Disposable nappies for you. Honestly, I bought 1 pack because I was like, oh, will I need them? It's not attractive. Now when I literally first given birth, I got dressed in my pyjamas, and I just put normal big Primark big black pants on with a pad, and within like quite not long, within minutes I was already leaking like through, so not good. So I then went for a wee and I put the disposable pants on with a maternity pad, and oh my god, lifesaver. The comfort, first of all, far more comfortable, and you just don't feel like you're leaking everywhere. Like, honestly, guys, go and get disposable pants and then get some more in your car for when you've run out. But yeah, disposable pants, I know they look ugly and I know they're not attractive, but your partner has just watched you push a baby out your vag. All the attractiveness is kind of gone. Don't worry, just do it. Like Adam didn't even care. He was like, as long as you're comfortable, you do you. And I was like, okay. So yeah, much more comfortable, especially if you have like stitches. It was just great, okay? Trust me, you won't regret it. I got mine from Boots. They were about £8.99 for a pack of 12, maybe. I think they were a pack of 12. So that's where I got mine from, but you can get them from like Tesco's or any other supermarkets. So there you go. Number 8 is a Perry bottle. Didn't believe the hype on these either. I was like, really? Everyone talks about it diluting your wee. No, I didn't actually use it for that. Like, going for a wee was actually fine. Like, it didn't hurt, it didn't sting or anything, which I was quite shocked about, because I might be wrong, but I did overhear them talking about my stitches, and I think I had internal stitches as well as external stitches. So I thought, you know, I'm in for a killer down there when I go for a pee. It was fine. Honestly, it was absolutely fine. So I didn't actually use this to dilute my wee. I would go for my wee, and instead of using tissue or anything like that, because let's face it, hospital tissue is, you might as well put sandpaper on your vagina, for God's sake. So I would just fill this up with hot water or warm water, and then I would squeeze the water down there to clean it all off, basically, and it worked a treat. So I didn't actually use it to dilute my wee, I just used it to clean down there and make sure it was all fine, because I didn't really want to put the hospital toilet paper down there. And considering I was there for 4 days, I'm glad I had this, because the thought of putting that tissue paper near my stitches literally makes me want to die. So I do get the hype for these now, and it's the best £12 I'd ever spent in my entire life. So I thoroughly recommend getting these. Honestly, I can't believe I didn't have one with Tommy now. It was the best thing ever, honestly. So you can either, this is just the Boots own version, Freedom Mum do, you can get them online. Honestly, just get them from wherever you can, but I thoroughly recommend this, and was well worth the £12 I spent on it, so do it, guys. Number 9 was my trusty V pillow. Love my little V pillow, and I'm still using it now, if that's your next question. So I took in, did I take it in with me? I'm not sure I did. I don't think I took this in with me when I was labouring, because obviously I had like my bags and all of my other stuff with me. But once I had him, I think Adam went to the car and took some like of their stuff, him and my mum's stuff, to the car, and I got him to bring this back, because then I knew I was staying in. So I wanted something that was just like gonna make me more comfortable, like I did again, because I was in for 4 days. So get yourself a V pillow, guys. This one was from TK Maxx. It was about £18. It says it's a like support feeding pillow, or V pillow, or maternity pillow, which actually is, because you can just straighten it out and have it like, and it does up there, you can have it like lengthways with you in bed. But yeah, I just found it really handy to support me in bed when I was like sat up and feeding him, and with like my stitches and stuff, like I couldn't be sat a certain way, so to have this support behind me on my back was just a godsend. And then obviously I could have it like around me and have him on it, and that's what I'm doing now whilst we're home. I have this downstairs as well, and I just feed him on it, and it's really, really nice. So I just thoroughly recommend getting a V pillow. Don't spend loads on it, don't like spend hundreds of pounds. Like this was under £20 in TK Maxx, so just go and treat yourself. You don't need the all singing dancing ones, you just need to be comfy. And then number 10 is not to everyone's probably on their essential list, and it's not to everyone's taste depending on what you're doing, but I found having a breast pump was great. I did express for a little while. I've kind of stopped now because he doesn't really like my breast milk, which is quite sad, but I was never going to be able to keep it up long term anyway with a toddler and a newborn and a husband going back to work. So yeah, it's a handheld one, it's not one that you can just like wear. I tried the LV again and I just didn't really get on with it, so I'm probably going to sell that. If we ever had a third, I would probably invest in getting the Medela one. I kind of wish I had this time with the bra, so I could just kind of walk around and do it, but he doesn't really like my milk anyway, so kind of would have been a little bit of a waste rather than an investment. But it just really helped for obviously when my milk came in, and to get rid of like all of my engorgement. It was just a lifesaver. So I definitely recommend, if you didn't want to breastfeed but you still wanted to get like your milk into them, then definitely invest in a breast pump. I've got the Tommy Tippy electric one, which does really well for me. I think it's actually currently on offer. I'll put in the description box if it is still on offer. I'm gonna have a look because I've got all the links in front of me. I think it says it's like £1.99 in Boots, and there was a price match when I done this actually for the double pump, so it had gone down to £99.99, but it is £114.99 at the moment, instead of £1.99. So definitely, it's just that one. That's the newer version. I've got the older version from like 2 years ago, but I think they're really good. The only thing is, it's not like the Medela one where you can put it in the bra and just walk around. You do have to hold it, so that's probably the only drawback of it. But I really, really, really like just recommend having a breast pump, even if you're just going to pump and dump. I know that's an expensive thing to get for that, but honestly, it just saved like my boobs. It just saved them. It was great. But that's all my essentials. They're my top 10. So hopefully, if you are currently expecting and trying to get everything ready for labour and postpartum, hopefully this helps you. I know they're not all going to be the same essentials for everyone, but they were mine. So I 100% recommend all 10 of these things. If you guys had other essentials that you found worked great for you, let me know in the comments. I would just love to see what everyone else thought was like the most essential thing, and it can obviously help out other viewers as well. I'm talking like, oh, it can help me out. I've already given birth. See, it's just so weird that there's no baby in there anymore. It's so weird. But I'm going to stop waffling because this video is already 25 minutes long, and I've still got to go and film my birth story, which is probably going to be about 10 hours long. Stay tuned for that one. But yeah, I hope you found this video really, really helpful. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in my next video. If you did like this video, please do consider subscribing, giving it a thumbs up and a comment down below, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys.